Welcome to the SBA show. I'm Frank Garay here with Dave Zitting once again. Hi, Dave.
Hey, guy. Hey, Frank.
Dave, you know what I think when I hear SBA? I think like it's this giant, scary monster, okay, who, in all honesty, wants to find a way to tell me no. Okay.
Yeah.
Like that's, and I think it's this giant pile of bureaucracy and paperwork that really doesn't get anywhere. And I have a very slim chance of climbing to the top of that mountain in any way, shape, or form. Am I right?
No, you're not right. Sorry.
I'm not?
Big misunderstanding. Huge misunderstanding.
Tell me.
Yeah. And that's what the world sees. And I think that's kind of one of the blockers, right, for small businesses is they don't understand that. Even when they go onto the SBA websites and they're, doing lots of different things, this doesn't really surface the reality of what the market really is made of. But let's take your town. You probably have 6 different what are called CDCs, maybe more in your town. These are certified development centers. Okay. So these are the businesses that are in charge of lending the dollars with the SBA.
Okay.
But here's what's interesting. If you were to walk up to their office, it doesn't say SBA on some big sign. It's going to say something like, here in my town, it'd be Intermountain SBA or something like that. It has a business name and it has a business logo and a business brand.
Okay.
And they're competing with each other. They want to get transactions. They want to do transactions. These organizations are nonprofit organizations, but they are individual human beings that are running these businesses, and they're incredibly passionate about being successful, not only obviously for their mission to help small business, but for their business. And they're competing with other CDCs and other businesses, and they want to get the deals done. So it is a lot more like private market than you would think. It doesn't really, once you're in the game and once you're really kind of figuring it out and you're starting to work with these people, it's like, this doesn't feel like a big government bureaucracy. This feels like some people that are working at an institution that are really excited about helping us as a business get a transaction. And I think that's one of the big first misnomers.
Yeah. I didn't realize that until I started working with you. I didn't realize that. I always thought, really, in all honesty, man, I've been doing the lending for 40 years, right? And SBA I've always known about SBA, right? I've always known about it. All I've ever known about it is, in my mind, I always thought it was that thing that was really hard and they really didn't want to lend money and it was really difficult to get through. And it was a big, pile of poo. Right. And that's why I never, ever even dreamed of, delving into it in any way. But recently, over the past couple of years, I got into the commercial side. SBA pops up quite a bit. And even then, Dave, even over the past couple of years with SBA, I still felt that way about it. And in fact, whenever someone would come to me with an SBA loan, I would just say, I don't know, just go talk to this person. Right. Because I don't want to touch it. But then when I got connected with you, I realized, you shed the light that, no, man, SBA wants to do business. The CDC wants to do business, right? The banks want to do the business. Everybody wants to do the business. They want to get it done. And, okay, you can wind up starting an SBA loan with a depository bank, right? And who may be very busy and who may be just really focusing on one type of book of business and who could take a long time. And that might further that myth.
It may make it feel like it is huge bureaucracy, but it's the bank.
It's not the SBA, right? It just happens to be the bank. Right. I mean, we've all dealt with big banks. Nothing against big banks. God love them. I know a lot of people that work there. They do wonderful things for the community, right? But they do take some time, right? For some things, they take some time, and they might not be the smoothest.
Perfectly aligned with them, right?
Yeah. If you're perfectly aligned, yeah, right. But anyways, the truth is that's not what you're limited to with SBA, and there's different funding partners and that really can streamline this whole process and get it through, and it's not the big bureaucratic mess
You're 100% right, Frank. I had a client that said to me, we mentioned, I said straight out of the chute, I was like, this is an SBA 504, this is what I want to do for you, and and he was like, whoa, Dave, hold on, I do government contracts. That's my business, does government contracts. That's where I get a lot of my revenue. I want nothing to do with that. That's going to take me a century. I just laughed and I was like, it's just like this huge light bulb turned on for me. And I was like, that's what the world sees.
Yes.
As government contracts. And this is they kind of equate it to sort of the same sort of bureaucracy. And it's just not. It's just, it's so night and day different than that. It's nothing like they expect. And we got that deal done, and he was perfectly pleased with the whole result. We got it done really quick. It was fine, and the client was blown away. But yes, the government is supplying this ability for businesses to be able to grow and expand and buy their facilities. And it's really extraordinary, some of the things we do here in the United States. Businesses need to take advantage of it, but understand that there's human beings behind it. And specifically with this particular product, every step of the way. And so, and you nailed it at the beginning of this, that the SBA they're probably the most motivated in the whole entire transaction. And they're the biggest advocates. And that's where I think business owners get really surprised.
Yeah. Yeah. So look, don't think that way about SBA, guys. Listen, look, if you need to get an SBA deal done quick, right, fast, or if you've been told no, right, but you want a second look, we want to give you that second look. Or if you're a real estate agent or a loan officer who's got a client in either one of those buckets, man, reach out to us. If you're watching us here on YouTube, in the description, you can contact Dave and I, and we'll help you out. Or if you're watching us on SBAshow.com, there's a contact form. Fill it out. We'll get you guys right away. But they're not the boogie monster. They're not. Trust us. We can walk you through this. It'll be okay. Yeah, well, it'll be okay. All right, Dave. Hey, thanks again for being here, brother.
You're welcome, man. Good to see you, Frank.
Catch you guys later.